that is the reason why I wanna keep it aside. All that I see is a lie. We got a fit, that's a drip. She in my wrist, that's a freezer. Give me assist, give me teamwork. Keep it consistent, for the distance.
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Guess I'm go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Tennessee Titans. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And fights through one man. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Levis on 3rd down. That is caught. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Henry running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. This will wind up a loss on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff. You go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Strong to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 61 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Running left, it's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go.
Now 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now Levis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Levis looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Give him 18 on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Levis to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and a yard. A give to Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And here's a give to Spears. And he's brought down. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. It's a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on them to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Levis sets up to throw here. He'll buy some time right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter. Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Wiggles free, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In motion left goes a tight end. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. To throw is Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give to Strong running right. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 48 yards. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw, it's Levis. Eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Levis. A shot downfield for Burks. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
They'll start on the ground with Strong. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finds Strong on the check down. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This will be fielded at the 17, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now a handoff to Henry. Fighting down past the Derrick Henry all alone. Inside the 10. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, 63 yards. And the Titans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Levis will try to throw for the 2. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for a legal touch it.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Straight ahead is Strong. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Strong one more time. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. So no gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. York able to send this one through, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Henry again on 2nd down. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So a big two-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And that is taken in by Njoku. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
To the air yet again, Watson. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And it is caught. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. They'll give it to Strong. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. They'll go again with Strong. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
Here's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun here with Strong. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Here's second down. Give up the middle to Strong. And he stopped immediately there. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
The noise is getting deafening. Here's third down and 3. They'll run with Strong. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.